Hey everyone, how's it going today? Lamoura here, and welcome back to yet another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. We are still here in the Rising Stones, in the Solar of the Rising Stones, and we're going to finish up the patch 2.3 Defenders of Eorzea today by talking to Minfilia. We'll get started on that. A hard hapalit to break. I guess it's a play on hard habit, but a hapalit? I don't know what that is. Minfilia has some correspondence she wishes to share with you. Now, the matter of Ramuh has, for the present, been put to rest. There is something I would show you, Nia. It is a letter of thanks, signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentions in particular the names of all the defeated primals, Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, the good King Moogle Moggle the 12th, I always mess that up, Leviathan, and now Ramuh. Needless to say, there is only one among our numbers to have faced them all. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I, too, must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, Nia, and Eorzea is that much the safer for your presence. Pray, do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem like an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in doing so. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. O of the Sylphs of Little Solace, who wished naught of conflict. Of the Alamegans and the Domans who stand with us, determined to halt the dread march of the Empire. And then there are many unsung individuals who have gathered here in Revenant's Toll, honest men and women who seek to employ their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. Alfino, I take the troubles in Ul'dah are no longer require your attention? There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning a new organization we discussed. Ah, I have a message for you from you recall the refugee girl, the one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. She wishes me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Alfino, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Nia, You have been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take the opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, Slaffborn but recently inquired as to your whereabouts. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to discuss with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Okay, well, our next task is now in front of us. We gotta go see what Slaffborn wants. Alright, Slaffborn, my dude. I need you to tell me exactly what you need. And now that we are outside of the Waking Stones, or whatever it's called, I always forget now, we're just gonna hit our minion roulette real quick. And I'm going to eat at least one egg. That should get us to the end of the episode. Oh yeah, it's a Coblin larva. Sure, that guy. Little thaumaturge over here, little Wallafell thaumaturge. Oh ho ho, I see my fine adventurer friend has returned, the dust of the road yet clinging to her boots. Do the Scions have no work for you this day then? The antecedent sent you my way, did she? Well, it is not urgent, but I could certainly do with your help. You see, Revenant's Toll has become something of a favored destination for adventurers. Part of that is due to the town's growing fame, but a goodly number of green heroes to be have come here to follow in your footsteps. And when I say green, I mean fresh out of the ground, don't know one end of the sword from the other green. I have done what I can, but what they really need is a good talking to from someone they respect, an adventurer who has done it all. Aye, Nia, that would be you. And naturally, the one lass who would most benefit from your wisdom is nowhere to be seen. She was off to slay Hapalits and was due back some time ago. Likely got herself in over her head, as usual. Now that I think on it, this may be the perfect opportunity for you to treat her to a demonstration of your skills. I'd consider it a personal favor if you would head out to the Singing Shards and show that amateur how it's done. Alright, gotta save some booty? I don't mind it. I need to go this way. Red dot is right up here for our next quest. We can actually zoom in a little bit and kind of get that so we can see where we're going. But even though we are a renowned adventurer, our quest never really ends. We need to train the up-and-coming heroes and give them an ideal to strive for. I don't mind it. Once again, it means that I get to slay monsters, what I really naturally want to do, so I won't turn it down. Truly, I won't. The question really comes down to, how do I get there? I don't know if this is an above or a below. I have to imagine that this is a below, because I think this one ends, this path ends right over here. Okay, good thing I can fall down. The question is, will anything aim at me? So I'm just going to get a little bit of health back here, so that if one of these guys sees me, I can actually survive. It would be mighty embarrassing for me just to die. Where am I going here? A little bit further in. And just around this corner? I don't see anybody. Oh, there you are. Okay, perfect. Struggling adventurer, and we need to fight this Hapatelite. I don't know how to pronounce that at all. It's Scarverse. And really, for being honest with ourselves, it's nothing more than just dead. Okay, is that it? Is that a little Mikote? Oh, she's got nice brown hair. Cutie pie. Damn near pissed myself back there. I was hoping to find myself a little one, but the fates went and threw the meanest bugger in all of Mordona at me. Typical. Hold up, you're Nia, aren't ye? The Nia? Seven hells. You're flippin' famous. And you're twice as tough as they said you were, and all. Bugger me, I can't believe I'm talking to the woman herself. And now you've gone and seen me at my worst. 'Twas me bleeding pet's fault, I tell ye. Doesn't listen to a damn thing I say. And the fact that none of... Okay, what are those poses right there? Okay. And the fact that none of me so-called mates offered to help me when I told them I was off to gut some Hapalitis, or whatever, Most of them gave me a confused huh or like I was talking out me arse. You, don't agree though, right? I'll hit you with a huh. Gods, no, not you two. That's the final bleeding straw, that is. I was hoping you of all people would understand. I mean, it ain't adventuring if you don't take a few risks, right? And maybe I'm a bit out of me depth here. I'll be more careful, I promise. You better be. Better not see you messing about anymore. Till you get as strong as me. Maybe magic isn't your strong suit. Maybe it is. I don't really know. But always remember, you have to start small. I was killing ladybugs and squirrels before I was slaying monsters like this. Anyone can do it with a little dedication and practice, is what I believe. Alright, so now we just need to get the heck out of here. Return to Mordona. Slaftborn's mission was relatively easy. I think they just want to give you kind of a break after, going through and fighting primals and making everything about this world-destroying, world-ending calamity. They just want you to realize that there are still people around here. The little things still matter. And it's kind of nice to bring you back down onto a human level instead of just feeling like a powerful god at all given moments. That's just the way I see it. It could have just been filler, and I'm thinking way too deep into it. But let's return this back to Slaftborn and let him know that the quest is done. Ah, Nia, you have my thanks. The lass I sent you out to instruct drudged back into town looking properly chastised. I thought a lesson from you might pierce that obstinate skull of hers. Nothing I said seemed to work. Truth be told, she seemed more inclined to listen to the rustlings of my beard than anything which came out of my mouth. But now that you have demonstrated the skills she yet lacks, it will not be long before her addle-pated peers hear the tale. They will soon realize that one does not become a hero in a day. It requires dedication and perseverance, and learning from each task you undertake. There are no shortcuts, eh, Nia? I would say so. He is true. So we could get the Piety, we could get Savage, we can get Spell Speed. I think I'll take the critical. That's just kind of better for me. Slaftborn has another mission for us. Picking up the sledge. Slaftborn is concerned for the Scion's receptionist. Gods, would you look at all those people? Seems they are carting in adventurers by the wagon load, and more than a few eager to rap on the Scion's door. I wonder if this constant flow of aspiring heroes is what has Tataru looking so perturbed? Might be she could use a friendly ear, Oh, you're worried about a good old little Tataru? Tataru? I don't remember exactly how they were pronouncing it in-game. I just want to be sure I saw an icon. I want to be sure I didn't have to go through a loading screen. Alright. Tataru, tell us your woes. Are you tired? Do you need a little elixir to keep you up? Hello, Nia. What might I... Oh? Slaftborn thought I could use a friend, did he? What a sweet man. Though I did not think my fretting so obvious. Well, I suppose there's no sense in hiding it now. 'Tis time to reveal my little secret. Hee, it quite suits me, don't you think? But 'tis not simply for show. I've been learning the mining trade. Why, you might ask? Ah, therein lies the source of my dour demeanor. Ever since we relocated to the Rising Stones, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have stepped out from behind the curtain, so to speak. Our victories over the Empire have granted us a certain degree of fame, and many budding adventurers have traveled from afar with the intentions of joining our ranks. And while I welcome each new member that takes up our cause, we have too little coin. As I'm sure you are aware, we are a strictly neutral organization, and ensuring that neutrality means limiting the funds we accept from outside sources. The Scions do receive various means of support from the 3 major nations, and the Lavalier twins are quite generous. I know that's Alfino and Alize, but I forget how to pronounce her last name. Are quite generous with their family coffers, yet this modest income cannot keep pace with our day-to-day expenses. There is also the sundry donated material, of course. Those are delivered to the Adventurers Guild and swiftly allocated to the expansion of Revenant's Toll. While I'll cheerfully leave the toppling of primals to you, 'tis my duty to balance the books and fight the demons of debt. On my honor as receptionist, I will raise the necessary coin with my own 2 hands. I even paid for this sturdy mining attire out of my own purse. Which makes it doubly aggravating that my custom-made sledgehammer has yet to arrive. I scrimped and saved especially for that tool. Nia, if you would help me see the Scions survive this fiscal disaster, then I would ask you to travel to the Blacksmiths Guild in Limzo Laminsa and demand that they hand over my commission at once. Oh, and regarding your travel expenses, I'll have to check our available funds. Once you have my sledgehammer, pray leave it with Flahamin. I shall be out digging up riches the best I can with the equipment I have. Crystal clusters, here I come. Huh? She's working so hard, that's so cute. I was a little on Tataru at first, but I'm coming around to her. Well, I've come around to her quite often. Okay, here we are in the upper decks by the aft castle. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like we just need to keep on going over here to finish, what is it? Picking up the sledge? Let's get that sledgehammer for Tataru. She's been working so hard, she deserves a new little gift. Poor little girl. Alright, who are we talking to? Guildmaster. What can I do for you, lass? If you're looking to sign up, Randolph over there will run you through the initiation. Eh? You hear about a commission? Something weren't delivered? Now that is passing strange. Unless 'twere an ale-induced dream, I'm fairly certain Mrs. Tataru's tool were shipped off days ago. I'm not like to forget the fortune of a sledge which needed flowers engraved on the head. Could be that the porter met with misfortune on the road. If the blokes we employ are in town, then ye'd find them south of the Octant, on one of them empty landings. Seeing as we've heard not one way or the other, though, I'd be of mind to case some doubt on their whole operation. Ugh, what an upsetting business. I might need a pint or 2 to put it all behind me. Man, for some reason I really struggled reading that. Couldn't tell you why. So we need to go to the lower decks now, and the best place to probably go, it's probably up to the lower decks. So that's only 50 gil, so I'll just teleport there. Don't need to go to any of the Aetherites shards. Okay, let's see. Where do we need to go? About face around this way should lead us down to where we want to go. So if we just keep on following through here, down and around, yeah, lead us straight over to where we need to be. I hate this little dip. It's just so oddly placed. Like, it makes it, I guess, a bit more realistic, but it just bothers me so much. Smooth it out. Fill it in before you lay down the bricks. That's all I gotta say. Why is everyone down here? What's going on? Oh, this guy's just hot, huh? Oof. Bug off, I've got work to do. Yeah, about that. I'm gonna doubt your operation here. A delivery from the smithies to Mordona. How the bloody hell should I know? I just haul the crates. Hang on a moment. You see, you said Mordona, eh? Me mate was meant to see a shipment up to Revenant's Toll a while back, but took ill just afore he was due to leave. Not to worry, I said. I'll take it there, me very own. Ah, bugger it. Well, we got bleeding busy, didn't we? And I figured someone come looking for their precious package, looking if their precious package didn't arrive any road. And here you are. The crate you want is back there someplace, marked and all. You can grab it for yours. Grab it your own self. Sure. Once again, I hate that pirate speak. They cut out a little too much from the text. It's hard to speed read that. Okay, so we got the box addressed to Tataru, so we can now go back to Revenant's Toll. Let's use our teleport here. Go back to Mordona. Whoa, look at that. Head of Montour's just spinning. Okay, so we're here in the Rising Stones. Let's return this back to... Oh yeah, that's right, not to Tataru. She'll be out. We have to go to Flamen. Greetings, Nia. Tataru made mention of a missing delivery. Were you able to coax her commission from the Blacksmith's Guild? Yes, we were. I'll hand that over. Wonderful. I shall keep it here with me until Tataru returns from her mining expedition. She is not one to approach matters by half, is she? The Rising Stones couldn't ask for a more able administrator. Still, I am somewhat worried for her well-being. I realize Tataru means to mind and not more, but even the outskirts of Revenant's Toll are not free of prowling dangers. Would you mind tracking down our industrious Lalafell and see if she has not come to harm? As far as I'm aware, Tataru intended to start her digging in the hills near the Tangle. You may have to call out to attract her attention. Tataru is to be found mining northeast of the Tangle. First, make your way to the destination marker. With the chat mode in Say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter any phrase that contains the name Tataru and attract the receptionist's attention. Okay. Well, I'm actually getting a little worried here, guys. I think we're actually going to have to make this 2 episodes to the end of patch 2.3. If I'm not mistaken, these last few quests are actually pretty long. Not this one, but we'll get, I think, from Alpha No next. And that one actually is pretty beefy. It requires a lot of teleporting around, if I'm not mistaken, but even then, I think there's a bit of talking going on there. We'll have to see if it... I probably won't do my normal outro, just in case I need to splice the 2 episodes together, and if it goes over an hour, that so be it. I'm just not sure. So just bear with me. We might have like an hour episode, we might have, you know, a shorter episode. With the chat mode in Say, use your keyboard. Yep, okay. So with chat mode in Say, we'll put in like something like, oops, sorry, typing with one hand here. Hey, Tataru. What? Oh, you know what? I was doing slash. I don't need to. So I just need to say, hey, Tataru. Oh, I was putting in slash like I would be doing an action, but I just need to type it. Breaking rock and splitting stone, I'll raise the fortune on my own. Delving deep for precious ore, I'll take a rest then dig some more. Toss aside the pebbles, toss aside the dirt, toss aside the scions who shirk their work. Phew, I think I'll call it a day. I'll make much better progress once Nia brings back my sledgehammer. Yes, I might even make enough money to indulge a little, blood currant tarts for morning tea every single day. Was that someone calling my name? Ooh-ah! Run, little Tataru. Don't worry, I come to save ye. Nix, leave me alone. I'm not here to play with you. We gotta go rescue our little Tataru before she gets in too much trouble here. Don't worry, girl. I'm here for you. Where's that Marbo? There he is. I will take you down, foul beast. No one scares my little Tataru while she's trying to do her mining duties. Uh-oh. Let's get out of that. And that should just about do it. Goodbye, good night. Thank you for playing. Grade 12 above. I thought I'd eaten my last currant tart for a moment there. Thank you ever so much. I believe 'tis past time I return to the Rising Stones. And I shall meet you there, my friend. Ah, we are such good people. Always helping our friends out when they are in trouble. There is really no one holier than me in this world, I would say. I might be the holiest. Thou unto God. Oh, but nothing will ever satiate our ego. That much is certain. Hey, when the game makes you feel like you're immortal, like you are the only one who can save the day, of course you get a little bragging rights. No one would blame you, right? Nah. It's to be expected. Oh, what's up, Waylord? Good to see you in here. Alright, let's go into the Rising Stones. And now we can finish this quest by talking to Tataru. Nia, I must thank you again. I received my commission from Thanalan. The floral engraving is absolutely perfect. After nearly becoming dinner for a Marlborough, though, I'm not so eager to head back out into the field. In any case, no more solo mining trips for me. I shall be sure to drag along one or two handy adventurer types to serve as bodyguards. I suppose I'll have to pay them, though. Well, no matter. That simply means I'll need to dig twice as hard. That it does. Cordial, sweet fermented concoction instantly restores 300 GP. GP? I'm guessing that's gotta be something for the Disciple of Land or Hand. In any case, Guardian of Eorzea. Tataru would have you indulge the attention of your young admirers. You've been an immeasurable help as always, Nia, but could you perhaps spare a little bit more of your time? To put the matter simply, the Doman children have been chattering about you endlessly. 'Twould mean the world to them to see their hero again. Oh, those children? Okay, what's up, Yozen? Look, it's Miss Nia. She's back from her adventures. We heard you were off fighting primals, and that they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyways, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all of the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us someday, Miss Nia? Maybe you could show us how to fight, how you fought the primals. What's all this commotion, then? Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltenant, did you know that Miss Nia is back? The Boulder, huh? Reminds me of Avatar. Anyways, so it would seem. Welcome home, Nia. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hooray Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltenant. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the art of combat. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore. We are adventurers. And we're just asking Miss Nia if she could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside her, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter-proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Nia? A demonstration of skills at arms, if you will. Alright. If I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Well, mayhaps I am, but what matters the motive when children stand to learn so much from our lessons? From the lesson, whatever. What say you, Nia? Would you consent to spar with me? Yeah, if it's for the children. For the younglings. Hooray! We're to have a tournament! Come on, everyone, we must prepare our gear for an outing. Try not to disappoint them, Have faith, Coltenant. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make this a worthy contest. To the fields of the east of town. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. This dude straight up made a mistake. He straight up made a mistake. He should have never challenged me. Alright. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, we are in fact going to go over the time limit, because this is probably going to take us close to the next 40 minutes mark. Not 40 minutes more, but like to the 40-minute mark. So another 9 minutes or something like that. So I'm probably going to end this episode right after this one, and then pick up tomorrow and finish off patch 2.3. I forgot how long these last few quests really were. So that's my bad. I'm really sorry about that. But hey, such is the nature, right? Whoa, what the heck happened there? What the heck happened there? Oh, I hit my Windows key, that's why. Instead of control. I hate that they put it so close together. Truly I do, but that's my fault. Alright, looks like they are somewhere... Come on, get around that. Somewhere over here. There they are. Alright, we'll be going into an instance. It was good of you to agree to this, Nia. I trust you are ready to begin. Yeah, sure. Why not? Very well. Let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Hooray. Are you certain you wish to fight her alone? That is Nia you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Nia to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear that the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello? You haven't begun yet, have you? Yida, what? Who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. I thought you could use the crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there's still more to come. When I mentioned Nia's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickle shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, Bringer of Light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Master Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. This guy straight up made a mistake. I'm gonna wreck his booty hole. Let me tell you that much right now. This guy ain't never seen the ferocious enemy quite like me. Unfortunately, I can't read too much of this text. There's just too much going on. But as you can tell, kind of what's happening here. Ugh, such power. The tale barely do you justice. Mr. Boulder won't lose, will he? I guess I could read it, technically, because I'm just going to be spamming the same one. It's not over yet. It can't be. I won't focus on the voices. Aye, the children have the right of it. 'Tis time I join the foray. On your feet, Hooray. Alright, let's take out the mage first, since he's a little bit weaker than the rest. Make sure we dodge our AoE spells, or whatever they're technically called. Alright, I must admit defeat. 'Twas an honor and a privilege. Alright, so that's one down. That means we just have one more to go. Look at all the people to witness my greatness. Truly, it's a wondrous sight. Oh no, he looks hurt. Miss Nia is so strong, but you can't give up, Master Boulder. I guess it's Mr. Boulder. Can't disappoint the younglings. Yeah, it's definitely Mr. Boulder, but I like Master Boulder more. That's just me. Never have I faced such strength. Well, the lesson must continue. 'Tis your example I follow. Surrender not the impeccable foe. But unfortunately, you weren't strong enough. Maybe I'm just too strong is the problem. You bested me. I yield. That was incredible! She beat them both at the same time! We knew you couldn't lose, Nia. None can defeat the Guardian of Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I've much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. Impressive as always, Nia. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on the many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is most fitting title. Do you recall when we first met? 'Twas at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartanau. At that time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expanded towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned this realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor a single nation. It was the people, these wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings in words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew to a fervent wish, a wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. What is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Well, here we go, at the perfect time, the ending of the episode. We were able to finish that fight in pretty good timing. I'm going to take control there. So we'll just speak with Alfino real quick, just in order to finish off this quest, and we'll pick up the next one in the next episode, and hopefully, I say, fingers crossed, that the next episode will be the last of patch 2.3. It's not that I'm frustrated or anything, don't get me wrong, I'm not begging for it to end. I just feel bad that I said in the last episode it would be the end, but it truly wasn't. But such things happen. I wasn't expecting him here in the Solar, to be honest with you. Thank you for coming, Nia. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be must ever be one. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Sounds pretty good. Determination, skill speed, determination, I guess. Alright, well with that, we will definitely end this episode here. Once again, I always want to thank you guys for joining me. I really hope that you've been enjoying so far, and are looking forward to the next episode, which will definitely, regardless of time frame, be the last of patch 2.3. Alright, y'all, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, and much love to you.